Yeah, thanks, Mpu. Well, there you go. There you go. Now we're getting there. Let's take a look at what's going on in our weather for today. We'll take a look first of all at our rainfall, and that, of course, is going to be concentrated around the eastern regions of the country. Once again, seeing wet weather coming in there. A lot of areas already seeing that rainfall, but primarily we're seeing the concentration of the rainfall there occurring in the afternoon and the evening for today. Now, let's take a look at the west, where we do have a weather warning for you for today. That's going to be for a high veld fire danger over the western interior and the western coastlines of South Africa. Now, it does overlap in a very small area with some parts of the rainfall that we are expecting. But remember that this warning is going to be in force before that rainfall moves in. Once it does move in, it's going to mitigate the effects and the risk of the spread of veld fires. So now let's take a look in a little bit more detail what's going on in your city today. Temperatures are going to range from 26 to 29 degrees in Gauteng. We don't have any weather watches or warnings here. We just have some wet weather coming in. Showers forecast for the Limpopo province as well. Now, if you're going to be in the region, expect temperatures ranging from 25 all the way up to about 34 degrees Celsius. So it's going to be a hot one there, depending on where you are, of course, a mild to warm condition forecast for the interior of the Mpumalanga province as well, up to a 21-degree high for Ermelo and Carolina. If you're going to be in these areas, remember that we are seeing a lot of cloud cover here. Morning fog patches developing through the Mpumalanga province as well, so that's something else to be aware of. And then, of course, moving on into KZN, also seeing a little bit of fog developing in the interior of KZN. Temperatures here are fairly mild to cool, with a 20 to about 24-degree maximum, depending on where you are there. Richards Bay just a little bit warmer at 26 along the coastline. And now we start to see the borders of that rainfall for today. The Eastern Cape expecting some showers around the eastern regions there, around East London, Tata, Aliwal North, possibly up to King Williamstown as well. But from there on in, as we move west, it's going to be dry all the way throughout the day. Hot temperatures around Graaff-Reinet up into the 30s. Those warm temperatures continuing in the interior of the Western Cape as well. Temperatures here along the coastlines are reaching into the mid-20s, but in the interior all the way up into the mid-30s. Clanwilliam and Vredendal at 37 and 36 respectively, so a hot one there. Now, the Northern Cape province is seeing a lot of sunshine in the west, but as we move east, we're going to start to get into those areas where we're seeing a little bit of rainfall, a little bit of cloud cover, but we're also still going to be seeing that weather warning for veld fire dangers, so be aware of that. Uppington's at 37 degrees Celsius, so it's a hot one there today. Kimberley peaks at 34 and then sees afternoon and evening rainfall and storms moving through the area. Now, yesterday and yesterday evening specifically, especially in KZN, but also in some areas of the Free State, we did see some rather severe thunderstorms, lots of electrical activity, and possibly, last night there was even a little bit of hail. But today we're no longer having any weather watches or warnings for severe thunderstorms, so that has been mitigated. The Northwest province, last but not least, we're seeing temperatures ranging through the 30s, all the way from about 30 to 35 degrees Celsius, and we're seeing wet weather there for this evening. Tomorrow, the wet weather concentrates itself mainly in the eastern regions of the country again, so that means we're seeing clear conditions towards the west with warm to very hot conditions depending on where you are there. And then, of course, as I said, towards the east, similar conditions with about a 60% chance of showers in that eastern interior. That's where we're going to leave your weather for now. Stay with us here on Morning Live.